Kylian Mbappe and the gang were a little bit wobbly today as they couldn't master all 3 points up against the fighting Hungarians. Are the French the real bloody deal? We'll take a little look next. Right, folks, back once again with another match review, looking back at, of course, Euro 2020 match over in Group F, aka the Group of Death, and it was Hungary, it was France, and it was all square in the end, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where you been, boys? Smash your subscribe to get you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Euro 2020 related, whoa, football related. The Germans have got it all to do, that's right, but of course, La France, we're not at the bloody races today, having a day off, just like England did yesterday, fluffing probably their easiest group game of the campaign, and ultimately leaving the question marks wide open as to who the heck is going to go win this group. It was a 1-1 draw scoreline in the end. We'll take a look at that in a minute. A big shout out to the VIPs. They are the Patreons. Thank you for your continued support as we, of course, we try to kick this channel up to another level. And of course, if you are new, smash or subscribe. We're trying to get up to the big fat 25k as quick as bloody possible. So here we go, lads. Here we go. Take a look back at the match. Yes, that's right. Of course, it was 1-1 in the end. Goodness gracious me. Actually, Hungary took an early lead on that Badger, of course, given the goal right at the death of the first half, and Fiola with the one and only goal for Hungary in the first half to give themselves an early bit of something. Of course, possession wise, it was one-sided affair. 66% possession going in favour of La France, with 3% going in favour of course, Hungarians. There we go. Get it right. But of course, into the second half, it was a bit of a different story. Griezmann actually got the level on the 66th minute. And of course, the French try to push, they try to press, but they couldn't break down the Hungarian wall. And of course, Hungary will take this point and move on to the bloody next one. Goodness gracious me. 15 shots there were for La France. 5 of them for Hungarians as well. 10 of them were off target, by the way, for the French. Just one was off target for Hungary. So they were making more use for the little shots that they had. But ultimately, they couldn't add to the tally. It was 1-1 in the end. The woodwork was hit by La French. And of course, they will be looking to maybe build on next time around when they take on the current holders, of course. It will be a World Cup winners up against Euro winners next for La France. And of course, that will be probably deciding who will come out on top of the group. I'll have to see what about the Germans play into that one, of course, a little bit on later today. So yes, what else have we got for you? The amount of touches, 822 for the French, 497 for the Hungarians. So it's kind of doubled, really. 652 passes compared to the 630. For Hungary as well. Pass success rate 91% for the French, 81% for Hungary. But guess what? They were the better side. They of course they worked. Everyone's expecting them to get their asses handed to them plate. But guess what? They stood up to the matter and they've got themselves a goal and of course got themselves a first point and a win against the Germans. And guess what? They're in. They're bloody well in. But of course that's between here and there and everywhere. We'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Take a look at some of the shot grids then, shall we? This was the French, of course, peppering the Hungarians, of course, trying to add to the tally, but they couldn't break down the wall either. As for the Hungarians, of course, they're represented by the light blue, a couple of long, crazy-ass shots, and a goal as well in amongst it for Fiola in the end. Let's take a look at the heat maps then, shall we? This is where you can tell the story of the day here. As you can see, pegged back, the French were pegged back, defending like warriors. Didn't really get further forward that much. But when they did, they took their chance and they got the goal. And then, of course, they even defended even more stronger than that. But pegged back, not much going forward. When they did come forward, it looks like they're coming down the left-hand side. So that was their strong suit. Again, not really going down the right. But fair play to them. So take a look at the French then. Of course, pretty much all the blades of grass covered, even in the attacking area. A lot of possession in this middle third. And again, quite a lot of possession going further forward when you compare the two touch maps, or heat maps, should I say, with the attacking regard. Let's go back actually. So maybe this must be Lloris. This is them coming forward this way, sorry, and this is their attacking avenue. Sorry, that was my bad. It's quite hard to figure out these graphics sometimes. But yeah, pressure, touches, possession. But the French could make a head nor tail out of it. This is the touch grid, and again, Hungarian Galashki between the sticks, keeping himself very, very busy, getting a lot of touches as a goalkeeper, and of course pushing forward again down that left-hand side, and occasionally coming down the right. But again, in the middle, very, very starved of time. Of course, Slavoj, their main man, is not here, and I think they could have been a bigger force than they have been. even though I've been impressed with them so far, they left it late to collapse against the Portuguese, and they got a point there against the world champions, which nobody would have expected to as well. As for La France, here you go again, a lot of touches again, keeper down here again, pushing some pressure on the left and the right hand side, and again pegging back Hungary's defence. But yeah, fair play. The French we're going to have to lick their wounds and go again next time. Let's take a look at the starting 11s then, shall we? We got Galacki between the sticks. We had Salazar, Orban, Bokta as well, with Fiola, the goal scorer, at left wing back, Schaefer, Nagy, Kleinhauser and Nego on the right side. Both of those full-backs were absolutely tremendous. And then Salai and Salzai up top. As for La France, we had Lloris between the sticks. You had Digny, Pavard, Varane, Kempembe as well, with Rebo, Kante, Pogba, Mbappe, Benzema and of course Griezmann as well. As for the substitutions, we did get to see some guys coming on. For Hungary, we saw Tamas Cesari coming on, Giorgio Lovrenkovic as well, and Nemanja Nikolovic. As for La France, Thomas Lemar did come on, Oliver Giroud came on as well, Dembele also came on, but he also came off again, and Corentin Tolisso came on as well. But look at the old match ratings then, shall we? Not really from me, but from a website, external website. Of course, the man of the match, according to a quick glance at this, was Antoine Griezmann with the 8.0. Salah for Hungary got 7.2, Klein with a 7.1 as well, so not too bad. Again, they would defend. I think their defence should get much more credit, to be fair. As for the French, 7.3s across midfield for the most part, but Griezmann stole the show. Mbappe and not really getting his money's worth today, but fair play for the Hungarian defence. I'm quite a little bit let down by these scores. I think the defence should have much more than that. What's been said on social media, shall we? Rob Harris, journalist, maybe France held by Hungary, helpful for Southgate. Turns out contenders can draw at the Euros. Rocky Gill said, I'm not quite sure how France didn't win that game. 2 points dropped, but what a result for Hungary. The group is wide open, a proper group of death. Ilton Jose de Lima, we always get his comments on here. Valente, Hungary got a draw against the world champions. Meanwhile, kicking on forward if we can. Let's get moving. Brady 7 Rings said, Ronaldo really scored twice against this Hungary side, with Mbappe missed a lot of chances against this Hungary. Massimo Belloni said, that's what might happen when your players give all they have on the pitch to proudly represent the country. You don't see that often today. Terrific game by Hungary. France, on the other hand, play like they are too cool. No urgency, no grit. Deserved to be humbled. Ivo Machil said, a great performance by Hungary. The country should be proud. Kete Mete said, Attila Zalzai did not give way to France. Best of the match. Dabachoti Groshi said, France are paper tigers. Scored goals against Germany on the offsides, and now they draw against Hungary. Pukas said, great match Hungary. Now they need to counter Germany losing with Portugal, and that's what I expect to happen, and draw with Germany. That's possible with team spirit and determination like that, and then 1/8 from third place go and get it, Hungary. I don't think that would work out in your favour, because then if you were to draw against Germany, you'd only have 2 points, and that won't probably guarantee you one of those best third place spots. So if you want to go through to the last 8, you've got to beat Germany, and that's easier said than done. We'll see about that. Mane said the crowd in Budapest was something for Hungary. It will always be one of my favourite cities. What a result! Indeed, what a result. Look at the situation on the table then of Group F in the group of death. France, of course, leading the charge with 4 points on the board. Portugal, of course, could go top with a win against Germany later today. As for Hungary, they are third with 1 point at the moment. Again, a win for them in the last game would put them on 4 points. And again, probably go through to the last 16, whatever. Germany, of course, got all to do against Portugal. Win for them today. They go above Portugal into second. And, of course, could breathe down the next with a shot at top spot. Again, the lineups are in. The game is about to start. I'm going to get over there and watch that one. I'm looking forward to it as well, rocking the jersey. But yes, of course, it all goes down to the last game, it looks like, and we'll see. We'll have a better, clearer picture when I do the review for Portugal against Germany a little bit later on. So be sure to give the video some love and smash the old thumbs up, smash your subscribe, and we'll do it all again, of course, heading into match number 3. Be sure to give some love in, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, check the old links in the old description. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and of course Twitch as well if you want to follow me when I'm going to do some live stuff next week. But until then, see you soon. Come on, Germany, let us make the bloody nation proud and get closer to the knockout stages with the win over against Portugal. But of course, fair play to Hungary. Well done to you, and I'll see you soon for the next.